Hello, Internet Magic Man here again from MMOBomb.com, bringing you another first look. This time it's for ELOA, baby. Elite Lord of Alliance, developed by NPixSoft and published by WebZen. We're going to spend about 20, screw it, we're not going to put a timer on it. The timer is never accurate anyway. We're just going to play it. There's a lot to go through on this one. Lots of menus, lots of sub things, just lots of little stuff that we'll go through along the way. And if this looks familiar to you, bear with me just through character creation. I'll explain why in just a few seconds. Now, when we play, we're going to be playing on my level 11 Blood Knight. I believe I'm almost level 12. This game came out about a week ago as far as official release. It's a free-to-play MMORPG / ARPG / cram a bunch of other stuff in there from other genres, and you may be saying, Magic Man, why'd you wait so long? You waited a week to do a first look on it. Because it looks like that other game, and I wanted to level a bit and give you guys different footage to look at rather than the initial zones. Let's go through character creation real quickly. We've got 5 different classes. We've got our Blood Knight. It shows you the difficulty and the stat skew. 3 different battle styles, which is a key feature of the game. In the case of the Blood Knight, there's a guard formation, a sword formation, and a destruction formation. Mage, sniper, psychic. You'll notice the battle styles have like both a heal and a DPS type spec. And the assassin warrior. Now, your Blood Knight, your mage, your sniper, and your psychic can be any of these 3 races that you want. Kartu, Liru, or Sapiens, and they can be male or female. The assassin warrior is tied to the Naru, female. So if you want to be a Naru, you're going to be a female, you're going to be an assassin warrior. If you want to be an assassin warrior, you're going to be a Naru, female. Those 3 things are just locked together. You can't do anything else with them. Let's roll a sniper just to show you some creation, and we'll make it a Liru. Not much in the way of customization. Body is going to be what you see here. Skin color you pick, hair color you pick, and then as far as the head goes, you have 20 to choose from. Just pick a head and away you go. If you like that head but not that hair or that face, you could, it says head, but that's really hair. You could pick from all these different faces, 28 faces to choose from, and 21 sets of eyes to choose from. You can't change the color though, so make sure you like the color that you've got selected in the screen there. Try on a few different armor outfits to see what it looks like when you're not running around in your newbie gear, and strike a sexy pose if you really want to. Throw your character name in there and jump in game. You are good to go. Let's jump in with Nadell and start checking out the game. Use F1, F2, and F3 keys to change your battle stance. That's kind of the key, one of the key features of the game. Let's pop 2 potions. And we probably need to visit a merchant while we're talking about some initial things here. And I think there's a merchant right inside here. Yep. Okay. We only have 6 potions. We're gonna need more. We're gonna need more than that. In typical ARPG fashion, you are going to go through your potions, particularly if you're traveling alone. So we'll grab some potions there. In other typical ARPG fashion, notice that items have question marks on them. They need to have appraisal certificates to appraise them. I only had 1. Now, you can acquire these in-game, and in fact, I really haven't had a problem with them. I just appraise something that my character can equip anyway, so whatever. But you get those from drops in-game. Go ahead and equip that. In-game from items. Oh, there's another pet. We'll take that. That'll help us explain something in a second. And yeah, we'll equip the other ring. And another pet. I had a lot from that last dungeon run that I ran. Awesome. Very cool. And we also have a reinforcement stone so that we can level up a weapon. And I'm not gonna open those supplies yet. Oh, well, you know what? I might as well. There's potions in there. Available at level 7. I haven't opened this at all as I've been leveling, which is kind of dumb, but, you know, I'm a kind of dumb person. And next time is level 12, which I'm 11% away from. Now we've got plenty of potions. So lots of ARPG formulas here, particularly in map movement and dungeons. You'll notice this is the overall world. I've been in 2 zones so far, Rumen Valley, and I've just started coming into the Lost City. But all these little dots are little zones along the way, too. So the zones are subsetted One big zone is comprised of whatever, 5, 6, 7 mini little zones. And I have a quest to turn in over there, so let's mount up my little companion over here and start talking about the game. In the bottom center, you'll see my HP and MP bars. You'll also see my hotbar of abilities. Now, I have one ability mapped to the left mouse button, and everything else, let's turn these in. Now, these are repeatable dungeon quests that I am turning in here. And you know what? I might as well pick these up because we are going to run the dungeon for the first look, so at least I'll have some quests to do when we run the secret forests. Or the secret forest. I also have my 3 stances here: guard, sword, and destruction. Swapping those stances by clicking on them or using F1, F2, F3. Again, you can keybind the hell out of this. You could just click on the map, or on the ground with a right click and go. You could bring up your map, click on a little space, and it'll automatically run to that space. Just for ease of recording, I've made my movement W, A, S, A, and D, just so you don't hear my hands and mouse and keyboard clicking all over the place as we're doing the first look here. But if you want to play that way, go for it. It's not the greatest control scheme for this type of game to be using WASD, because you're taking some of the hotbar abilities and forcing to keybind them somewhere else, but it'll work for the sake of recording. We're going to queue up for a dungeon so you can see combat and everything. I can only click on one dungeon right now, and I only have the normal difficulty, so we're kind of limited. And it's going to find a second person to party with. And let's talk about why you might have seen this before. We did a first look a little while ago for a game called In Spirit Online, which, according to Webzen, is an illegal private beta server of the game that is not authorized through them in any way, shape, or form. Now, they say it's private too, but it was very public. You could go to their website, download it, no problem getting into it. If you wanted to play, you could play. It was no big deal. Now, that is not, Webzen claims it's not going to be maintained. In fact, they're going after it, and some of it is, you know, their forums and stuff. There's like no updates going on, and you can't get in. It's going downhill quickly, let's just say, because ELOA is the official version of the game. It is the one that has the best support server structure-wise, support customer service-wise, and will actually be maintained as far as content update goes. Incidentally, this is the longest it's ever taken me to get a Group 2 party. I've usually queued up for them instantly. And it will allow duplicate classes, so you could see a party with 2 Blood Knights in it, which I've run this dungeon 3 times now. Twice was with another Blood Knight, and once was with a Psychic. So I actually was pretty, didn't have to use too many potions, because somebody could actually heal. What's cool about the 3 formations here is guard formation, in my case, is more of a tanky stance. Sword formation allows me to whip out 2 swords and start dealing a ton of damage. Destruction is one big sword that is very powerful DPS against single targets. But check this out. While we're still waiting for... Let me unmount. While we're still waiting for a party, let's fight some things. And I'm going to just blow all of my cooldowns here in no particular order. Now, I can swap battle stances and keep going with my new ability set, even in the middle of combat, because the cooldowns are not global. It's across the ability itself. That's it. So I can pop back into guard stance, still in the middle of combat. You notice my combos keep going up, and I'm using a new set of cooldowns for those abilities. So, nice way to toggle back and forth the play style and adjust for a given situation. For instance, when we run this dungeon, you're going to see me during the boss pop between guard and sword formation quite a bit, because guard formation will allow me to tank the boss, and then when adds come, sword formation will allow me to drop some AoEs to take out the adds pretty quickly. Now, there is some customization that you can do as you reach level 10 and above, where you get skill points and you can spend them in guard formation abilities, sword formation, or destruction, and all the classes follow the same thing. Now, I've opted to put both of my first 2 point points into Reinforced Gallant Charge just to get the cooldown on that ability down. It's a cool ability where I can train a bunch of mobs in a row, running from them, turn around and charge 5 meters right through everything. So I wanted to drop the cooldown on that as fast as possible. I get one skill page. I could buy another one for 500 gold, but then I've got to get skill page expansions to create more. Inventory works the same way. I could buy one for 2 gold, and then I've got get the expansion coupons. Now, in the cash shop are the usual things that you would expect. Costumes, pets, VIP or premium service. One gives you more of a bonus than the other. That's the only difference. And the one that gives you the most bonuses is, of course, more expensive. I don't like the cash shop, though. And it's not because it's pay to win or anything. I haven't gone through every single item to see how I feel about it, so you ELOA experts will have to put your comments in there. I don't like the cash shop for one very particular reason. You have to click on everything just to get a description of what it is. Even if you go to, like, the potions category and you bring it all up, which takes a minute because it's web browser formation. I can't, what is a frenzy level 1? Okay, I mean, there's plenty of space here. Tell me what it is, but no, you've got to click on it to find out exactly what, oh, hit rate +10 and evasion +5 for an hour does not stack with the same type of effect, etc., etc., etc. So I haven't gone through the cash shop to look at every item. The usual stuff that you would expect to see is there. Things like the inventory expansion, the pet inventory expansion, all that fun stuff. Questing-wise, which you see over on the right-hand side, I've got quite a few. Your first 10 levels are going to be pretty standard. You're going to have one quest, basically, that just chains and leads you through the entire first zone of leveling. Then it'll open up and start giving you more quests. Now, quests aren't anything terribly exciting. They're kill 10, kill 5, escort quest. No, I haven't seen an escort quest. You have FedEx quests where you're grabbing 5 of these items and bringing them back, or take these to so-and-so, talk to so-and-so. And you can use your teleport to get back to the main city and use a portal system or a flight system to get back into the field. So pretty standard as far as your leveling goes, and you won't be picking many of your abilities or anything for the first 10 levels. That skill tab I just showed you doesn't open up until level 10. So there you go. You will run a dungeon, though, a solo dungeon. It is taking forever to get a party. It has not done this, so let's just go and start doing my next quest while we're waiting. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Alright, let's scroll up because these are the dungeon quests. Here's what we're doing. Toomba's Test. And we'll take some of these plunderers out. Group everybody up. Do a group stun. Very nice. Mousing over your abilities in your hotbar, of course, does give you a brief description, just exactly like you'd expect. Now, you've probably noticed by now the combo meter going up just to the right of my attacking character there. As I continue to combo, it's not just a score or anything like that. You also get perks. So if I combo this, and I'm going to auto-attack the hell out of some shit. Well, not auto-attack, it's my left mouse attack, my basic attack. Ah, it reset anyway. If you get that combo up to 30 or so, 35, 40, somewhere around there, you'll get your first buff, a speed increase. If you get it to 50, then you'll get an MP regeneration buff. So when you're out in the world doing your attacks and stuff, it behooves you to combo up as much as you can, because you'll continue to buff your character as you pump that combo higher and higher and higher and higher. All right. 8 plunderer looters killed. Need 2 more. And then I need to retrieve the plundered, or yeah, retrieve the looted treasure, which I haven't seen yet. It looks like it's just ahead of me on the mini-map. But very ARPG feeling, including with all the loot. There's a crafting system where you can pick a crafting job and build stuff. You can, of course, disassemble gear so that you can gain crafting materials. There's even one of those handy-dandy reinforcement systems where you can take gear and give it a +1, a +2, a +3, take your chances and get it higher and higher and higher and increase the base stats on it. So plenty of customization. One last piece of customization as far as skills and things go, as while I'm getting the looted treasure. I can't show this to you, so if any of you ELOA experts are watching in the comments, tell us a little bit about this. The Transcendence level is yet another advancement system that allows you to spend points. Now, I haven't opened up any Transcendence levels yet, or my Elite Lord abilities, which come at level 40, to see how those systems impact the leveling, or the customization / skill abilities of the game. Alright, so we've got these guys. Take him out so that I can get these last 2 bits of treasure while we're still waiting for a party for the secret forest. Got that. One more. That completes that quest, and now I have to kill the head guy, which I kind of suspected was sitting right here. Everything spawns so damn fast. Oh, wow, I was not watching my HP. Really was not watching it and almost paid for it there. I may still pay for it, because I know I'm stuck in the middle of a bunch of baddies, which limits 1 or 2 of the abilities that I can use. Trying not to charge into a pack. Oh, wow, managed to get it. All right, let's head on out this way. All right, achievements. Down the rope here. Oh, that's kind of cool. I like the art style. I'm all right with it.
Bow down to him.
No, I'm not going to bow down to anybody. I'll just complete the quest and level, if that's okay with you. New ability, Wave of Courage. And that's just for this formation. No new ability there. Nope, that's not a new ability either. Alright, so we just got the 1 new ability. Wave of Courage leaps 3 meters to provoke enemies within a 6-meter radius for 4 seconds. Alright, take a look at some menus here real quick. What the hell? Let's get out of the way. I have a skill point to use. Let's continue guard formation. That's for level 15 requirement. And yeah, we'll increase the range. Now notice I have to spend 2 silver to spend that point. Conversely though, to reset all, the cost is not charged. Alright, let's talk about pets. You've seen my little wolf running around with me. You will get pets all over the place, and they level 2 through a little evolve, grow, combine type system here. Let's throw him in here. So he's level 9. He can be a max level of 10. And I'm just going to sacrifice both of these. And notice that he gains experience. And the growth is completed. And now we can equip him. Now we can equip him again. 16% to level. Now, I'm spending it all on that wolf just to show you guys the system. I'm sure that's probably one of the least effective creatures to be feeding all the other pets to. But just to show you what the system does. Also got my avatar storage box. Plenty of room there, but I can get multiple boxes. And then we start getting into other things, like achievements, which if you get an achievement, you will get some sort of perk. In this case, Toddler gave me a title and 1 gold. So if you're an achievement whore, great. There's tons of achievements here. Even if you're not, though, there's plenty of incentive to go and do it, just for the money even. But the titles are worth it too. Why? Let's take a look at the character information. So you notice I've got 3 sets of gear as far as the weapon goes, 1 for each of my profiles, and then a baseline gear for everything else across the bottom. But I also have title info here, and I'm going to sort this by the ones I've obtained. Each of these impacts your stats as well. So there's incentive to get the titles as you're getting the achievements because it helps out your character. There's so much going in here to building your character. There's even a monster journal. Now check this out. In Rumen Valley, if you kill each of the monsters, you get their little picture. Okay, now I've missed a few along the way, so I can go back and get them if I want to. Well, what if, if I'm not terribly crazy about, or I'm not a completionist, why would I want to do this? Well, all right. Well, we got our party queue. In the dungeon that we're about to run, I got everything, and it gave me a nice little nifty bonus and a bunch of goodies to do it. So there's incentive to even do that as well. Let's jump in the dungeon and do some running. And nice, we got somebody that can heal too. So that'll work out quite nicely. All right, let's grab a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna switch to sword formation so that I can start popping some AoEs. Especially with somebody to heal, that's very nice. Now, you've noticed that some quests, like these dungeon quests, are repeatable. There's some versions of these quests that are daily, and of course, those would reset daily. Amazing how that works out. Oh, God. Please tell me I don't. Oh, man, I have the Rescue the Children quest. I must have done that like 3 times already. I hate this quest, and I'll show you why as soon as we get to the first child. Ugh, so annoying. So annoying. And if you've played this dungeon, you already know what I'm gonna complain about. The sound effect for the children crying in their little cages is annoying as all hell. Ugh, it's awful. Oh, so much better to have somebody that can heal. So nice. Now, I could kind of force the situation on there, or at least help, by saying on the party queue that I don't want to duplicate parties or duplicate classes. But on these beginning 2-person dungeons, it really doesn't matter. Like I've said, I've run this with 2 Blood Knights, and it just means I use a few more potions than I normally would. No biggie. Again, this is the normal version, though. So the heroic versions and things like that are available to queue in for some dungeons as well. So there's quite everything you'd expect on like that ARPG front is here, including Master Loot Tables, which is another menu. You want to know where a certain thing drops? The game has it built in to tell you, oh, those drop from these monsters and this is where they're located. As soon as I'm not fighting a ton of things here, I'll open that up for you. And getting ogre bracelets. Alright, so I got 7 of 8. And 1 more of those bad boys. Alright, so here's my boss drop journal. You want a piece of gear? In particular? No problem. Here, we'll tell you how to find it. And the difficulty that you need to be on to get it. Not too shabby. One thing I don't like so far is that chat. Oh my god, look at that chat over there. It's brutal. It's a brutal chat panel. And you've probably noticed that there's an advertisement channel. You want to care to guess what's advertised in there all the time? Yeah, you got it. It's various websites where you can go ahead and buy currency and stuff. And literally, there's an advertisement channel, and that's what it's being used for, in addition to the area shouts and things like that. So it's quite spammy. The chat is quite spammy. Is that a word? Can something be quite spammy? I really shouldn't. I should have switched to guard for this pool, but it's fine. The healer's not taking too much damage anyway. And we're about to grab a bunch of things anyway and pull them all into one group. Come with me. Come with me, henchman. You guys come with me, too. Oh, boy, here we go. Down this hill is the first kid. Look at that. Just, wow, so awesome, so satisfying. Just dropping a ton of AoE. Picking up plenty of items that I'll be able to sell or take apart, disassemble, and gain some crafting mats. And I'm not even having to use a ton of potions because I got a healer. This is a great dungeon run. And I got my bracelets, so that quest is done. And here comes the first kid. We're almost within earshot of his annoying ass. There it is. There it is. Oh, shut up. Shut the hell up. Clearly something's going on here that you should be happy about. I mean, I get you're kidnapped and in a cage, but 2 people just ran by and started killing everything in front of you. Be happy, damn it. Alright, keep going, keep going. Now back up the hill, we got 2 more children to rescue and then a boss fight, which should be a pretty easy boss fight this time around with the healer. I haven't lost to it yet, but there was one pool in one run in particular that was a bit rough. with 2 Blood Knights. The first time I ran it was with 2 Blood Knights, and it was fine. The second time I ran it with 2 Blood Knights, I don't know if, you know, my partner just was, you know, hadn't really quite figured out the class yet or whatever. Because there really is no guidance or tutorials. Look at that, MP regeneration buff. There really is no guidance. You really got to look at your abilities, figure out what each of your battle stances do, what makes them good for very particular situations. And it was pretty brutal fighting that boss. I did a lot of kiting while waiting for my potions down here to come off of cooldown. Come on. Tag him with the sword, run on up the hill. Come on. We got another kid up here. And I'd like them to shut up. Let me pop a potion real quick. Just because I pulled an extended amount of things there. So didn't want to put too much strain. Movement speed buff. So that happened to 30. Oh, my inventory is full. It looks like I'm gonna have to spend that 2 gold soon. Oh, really? Oh, and he died with 1 hit. Come on. Alright, off to the boss now. Oh wow, that's it. There really is no pool up here besides the boss. Okay, we'll finish wiping these guys out. Alright, we might as well kill him. Come on. There's 3 guys here. Let's get a couple of copper. And then up the hill to the boss. Alright, let me pop a potion. I'll switch to guard stance. I'll skip the cutscene just in case any of you out there don't want spoilers.
You dare challenge Gontrada, Gurren.
Come on. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Where's Gurren? Bring him here. There he is. All kinds of different abilities used by the boss too. Kind of a nifty first boss too. Gives you, it really sets the stage. There's some AoE abilities that are straightforward, right, or conal right from the front, like that one. There's some. There you go, right in front like that. He's got another ability where he does an AoE full circle around him. So, quite a bit of mechanics for your first boss. Oh, I gotta get out of there. Spacebar to roll. Oh, tag me once, and that's enough to do it. That ability confuses me. I lose control of my character for a little while. Use my ability to pop behind the boss. That's the circle AoE. Let's pop to sword stance and take out the ads. There's a party ability. Watch it. Oh, he used it. That's all right. So think of party abilities if you play Final Fantasy XIV. Think of it like a limit break. Once we've done collectively enough damage, we get a party ability to do it, which is a special ability that it has extra strength and extra goodness on it. Oh, stunned. I got knocked down. All right, switch to sword. Drop some AoE. Throw a heal potion in there, just for good measure. Stop running. I'm trying to take that off of you. Now, bosses, just like everything else in the game, can be leashed. And most things, except in dungeons, will reset if you leash them too far. Bosses will reset if I leash them out too far out of that circle that you see there. Oh, I didn't get to use it. So I'm gonna make sure I back up since I'm holding aggro here. Make sure I back up. Oh, can I get a heal? I just dropped a potion on myself. And we're at 22%. I've got 20. There we go. Thank you. I'll get behind the boss there. So yeah, I've accidentally reset the damn boss before. We use our E ability to leap up. Oh shit. There we go. Another heal. That's good. I'm gonna kite a little bit. I've got 6 seconds on potions. There we go. 14% left to go on the boss. Should be able to do this as long as I don't do anything stupid. Like eat that entire attack. Oh, good grief. 5%, 4, 2, 1, and done. There it is. Now we can turn in the quest, get a bunch of loot, sell a bunch of things, craft a bunch of things, everything you'd like in an MMORPG / ARPG / pet collecting / up your skills and then do elite stuff / collect it all. This has been Magic Man. You've been watching ELOA. If you want to check it out, come on over to MMOBomb.com, click on the game page, get it downloaded, and start. The game is officially launched, so feel free. You don't have to worry about any wipes or anything like that. Until next time, gang, stay safe. We'll see you on the servers.